Hey, this is Black Light coming at you with another soul session on Cyberspace Ministry. My soul school channel is Soul School, and just want to say that the reason why I don't like to do video chats is because of the fact that you get locked into a deep argument or discussion, and you end up fishing for those that agree with you, and curiosity makes you fish for those that disagree with you, and it seems like you're trying to convince everybody to think like you. But my stance on the way I present my opinions, and I like to say counseling, is that I'm like a scout in the jungle or the forest, on a path and trail that I'm very familiar with, and I'm scouting for those that want to travel to a new location and having never been on that path before. And living in the United States of America, growing up here is essentially the same, with a slight variation for some of us, but it's the same in these days and times. Most brothers and sisters like to stay in scripture, but they are using the scripture like a history book, and they're talking about the past more than the present. And I use scripture, but I use it for what's happening now. Cyberspace Ministry is for the church of what's happening now. And my concept of the scriptures are the future of what's happening today, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the prophets wrote history 25,000 years in advance. And at 50,000 years, there's a cycle, a new cycle, or and as you know, Elijah Muhammad was my man. Now, success to me is not making it in the white man's world. Success to me is building a world for yourself. And the only one that was successful doing that was the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He had his own schools, and he was very profitable in building his own world. He built that world in the image of God. And living in a hell-like atmosphere, he was bringing heaven on earth. This message got across to me, and I see where he was coming from, but a lot of us don't see. I said, that Master Farad was my man, that I would follow in his footsteps. I'm doing it right now with my cyberspace ministry. I'm doing it in a technological advance society, enhanced society, where I'm coming to you, you know, independently. I'm not connected with, although I am a registered member of the Nation of Islam, I'm not in the ranks, and I'm not connected with any splinter groups of the Nation of Islam or any other types of Nation of Islam or Islamic movements. I'm strictly independent. But although my teacher, you know, I learned from several people. Elijah was my primary. My uncle was my secondary. Supreme Minister John Muhammad, and then in third place in last place would be Mr. Farrakhan. But I don't fall in love with the personalities of no one, you see. So I don't get into the personality of Mr. Farrakhan, but I listen carefully to what he said. And some of the things he say opening up my eyes. Some of the things that Marvin Muhammad, the son of man, opened up my eyes. Some of the things that Royale opened up, you know, because opened up my eyes because they came from a different viewpoint. And that viewpoint that they came from touched my soul. But the primary man is Master Farad Muhammad and his teachings to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I want y'all to get that straight. The way I look at things also is different from Minister Farrakhan in many ways, different from Supreme Minister in many ways, and different from these other brothers, Marvin, Muhammad, Royale, Silas, although I listen to some of the things they say. Some of these young brothers woke me up. But right now I can't say woke me up, but they opened my eyes a little bit further. Because Master Farad woke me up. So let's shut this one down and come back with a conclusion. Black Light Out.